Welcome to Manifesting Through Motherhood. I'm your host, Lindsay Williams, a self-development mentor, entrepreneur and author, dedicated to helping busy mums like you manifest success, balance and create passive income on your terms. With years of experience in mindset, manifestation, fitness, parenting and business growth, I share simple yet powerful strategies to help you transform your life without the overwhelm. If you're ready to up-level your mindset, build a thriving business and create the life you truly deserve, you're in the right place. You can also find all my books on Amazon, packed with tools to help you manifest and grow. So don't forget to follow the podcast to be updated on all new episodes. And let's get going. Welcome back, guys, to the podcast. How is everybody doing? Oh, it's been a busy few days. It always is, isn't it? So honestly, I feel like I'm back in the chair recording straight away. But today what I'm going to be talking about is money. I see so many people talking about money positively, negatively. Money can be quite a funny topic. And I call it the money mirror. And what your relationship with money is really telling you. The idea of a money mirror. Whether you're into manifestation, personal development, mindset, business, or none of those things at all, this conversation is really important because money itself is neutral. But the emotions, beliefs, and stories we attach to money, those run deep. And often we don't realise how much they are influencing our decisions. Money is often a mirror. I heard somebody say recently, money doesn't change you, it reveals you. And that really got me thinking, because if somebody handed you £10,000 tomorrow, what would be your first reaction? Excitement, guilt, panic, fear, relief? Would you spend it, save it, feel like you didn't deserve it, feel worried it would disappear? Your answers say a lot. Not about the money, but about the relationship you have with money. Of course, we want to save our money, but we also want to treat ourselves. But then you would think about the bigger picture, paying off debts, going on holiday, but we can't spread money. There's only so much we can, with a certain amount of money that we can spend it on. And a lot of these money ideas or stories we grow up with, most of us inherited our first money beliefs before we even realised it. Because maybe you've heard these sayings, and I wrote these in my book. Money doesn't grow on trees. Rich people are greedy. We can't afford that. Money causes problems. People like us don't have money. Nobody intentionally teaches us these things. They become like a part of our identity. And when something becomes part of our identity, we often keep recreating it. Not because we want to, because it's familiar. If we are living in a lack of money, we tend to keep ourselves at that level, or even just living paycheck to paycheck, because we're always set at these limits. We're scared to earn more, because if we earn more, is it going to change us? Are we going to be paying more bills? The more we all know, the more that we earn, the more we want to spend it. We'd get a better car, bigger mortgage, flasher holidays. So you're never really going to truly be happy, because you've got to work more to earn more. Or unless you're earning passive income and you're earning money in your sleep. But it is about what the beliefs that we are told. And even with our it takes us back to our grandparents and how we was raised, and that's the way we just move along. And we don't feel like we deserve more money. So we stick in this abundant state of our frequency of money. Have you ever noticed you earn the same amount of money every month? And we can look and think, I earn the same, even as self-employed. And when big wins come through, we're like, oh, what's going on here? But we shut it down because we're scared of that extra money. What we're going to do with that money? I'm just happy where I am. We've all felt like that. But then as we work more, we can earn more per day, earn more per hour. I charge different things for different things. I've got my salon, but I charge a lot more for doing one-to-ones and podcasting, because it's bespoke. And there is like a kind of like cap on what things like charge, and especially like when you're looking at hair and beauty, and we're all kind of, I think we're all like stuck in a rut, like hair and beauty therapists, of like we all tend to like look at what each other's earning, like charging, and like always charge similar or a little bit more. But what if we all was to treble our prices of hair and massages everywhere in the world? Everyone couldn't look for cheaper people. Then people would have to pay that amount. Say it was like £50 for a massage, and everybody said that. We all came as a collective and said, let's all charge £100. So nobody would be less, nobody would lose money, and you would attract the right clients. And you probably won't get loads of clients, because it is a treat and a luxury, but it's also a skill. So I feel like one of the most undervalued services is probably hair and beauty, because like my industry, products have gone up so much. I've got 25 years skill in the bag. So we do need to be putting our prices up, but we don't want to be losing clients as well. So I've always been stuck in that mindset. I think about what I used to charge years ago, and what I used to do, and what I used to represent, and what I used to, like, I was talking to my husband, and I remember doing a client, and I used to charge like £10 for a blow dry. And sometimes I get to a house and a husband would come to the door and say, it's not so good today. Can you just come back next week? Where I should have said, well, actually, can you still pay me? Because I've drove here, not even put into consideration my petrol, everything. Where I should have been charging £25. But I shot myself in the foot. I started charging that at the beginning. And now I would never charge that amount of money, because it wouldn't be worth my while, because I still have to make, and that's not even the minimum wage, is it? Plus I've had to drive there. So it is how we can keep ourselves in that money box. And yeah, and it is hard, because then we also then get in the money trap. And what I mean by that is, especially as like busy mums, like we feel guilty of like what we spend on ourselves, but we will spend money on everybody else, the children, the family, the pets, school trips, birthday parties, but then hesitate over buying something for ourselves. And I always say, and I've wrote it in my book, and I've said it on numerous podcasts, that we should have luxury items. How can we live a lifestyle of luxury and abundance and like a ritual feel if we're not treating ourselves, like going for massages, getting our nails done, going to buy a nice candle or a diffuser? You need to upgrade your life, like bedding, clothing, like where you work, like new, microphone, new laptop. We have to upgrade these things to be able to go into the next category. Then it's like with growth, isn't it? Like we do public speaking and we talk and we're nervous, but then when we do it again, we're nervous and we're a little bit more nervous next time, but then we don't become nervous because it's like second nature. We're doing it. So it's that perpetual like movement, and it's like a ladder, and we keep growing and learning, and that's how we start positioning ourselves in business. That's how we start to gain that authority, and then the authority leads to being able to charge. Like, I know people that are charging £2,000 for speaking, and people are paying. People will pay people as speakers to talk, because it's knowledge. Knowledge, yes, is free, but expertise is definitely worth its weight in like gold. Like you can't always get that knowledge off people, and we should be paying people, and we should be investing in people that deserve it. Like we had those incredible women that invested into our podcasting day, and because they trusted us and they knew it was going to get so many assets from the day. And we've got one lady, it's like launched podcast already. We've got another lady, she's like putting content out there at the minute. Like Emma, she's a personal trainer, and she's going to be doing her podcast soon, and a few of the other ladies that I've spoke to. So it is just being like making yourself accountable. But we do hesitate when we're buying things for ourselves, because we'll say, well, where, or it's not really essential. I do when I book a massage, I'm like, I feel a bit guilty, but I'm like, well, I need to have a massage because I'm in pain, and that pain will help me see me through the week. And I've worked hard. And you know what? I was saying to somebody, I don't really pay myself a wage. Well, to be fair, like, you leave the money in the bank, don't you? You don't say, right, I'm going to pay myself so much a week and I'm going to blitz it. I probably wouldn't dream of doing that, but the things that I probably buy, I'll buy clothes, but I don't really need any more clothes. I'll buy myself, like, I'll do it invest in like things for me, like my branding, my photos with Kimmy, and like days, like events and things like that. It's sometimes you want to not spend the money on things that are going to make you feel better, but we need to do that because we'll say, oh, I'll get it another time, and what we're really saying is everyone else's needs come before mine, and that's not going to move your vibrational energy, is it? You're not moving into that next level of luxury and need. Not everybody's at like it's like celebrities are out there, and all the people that have, like, even though the celebrities that have made it by just doing social media, they've put the work in, they put the graft in, and you're working up and getting a bigger house, a better house, and nicer things for yourself, like nicer furniture. Like, you upgrade your furniture, don't you? Like, you might get your furniture from such a place, but now you wouldn't get it from such a place. And I've done that. I'm not going to say where, but I've bought things from certain places, but now I would spend a little bit more on different things because I think, no, I deserve that, and it lasts longer, and it does. For instance, an example, I would buy diffusers, say, for the house. Would be like cheap diffusers. You can never bloody smell them, can you? But now I'll get better brands because you can smell them for a good old month. It does make a difference, and I feel like, yeah, I've deserved to have that nice diffuser. And they're just basic, simple things that I'm a bit of a home bird. I like to buy things for the home, like bedding, but I don't need anything now. I think the one thing about manifesting and being abundant is I don't need all these things. I really don't. Like, I look at things like, oh, I could do with that outfit, but I'm like, I've got so many outfits, I don't know what to buy, and I've lost all that weight. Yes, I've had to buy new clothes, but to be fair, like, I don't really go out loads. I've got outfits to go out. I've got trainers, I've got shoes, I've got boots. I feel like you get to a point where you have nice things, and then you look after those things as well, don't you? But when we've got these like barriers up, that mindset can quite spill in every area of our life, including earning, receiving, and even including for what we're worth. And we all know that we do this, especially if we're in business. So, are you comfortable receiving? This is a question, because manifestation isn't just about asking, it's about receiving. Can you receive a compliment? So somebody says to me, oh, you look well, and you lost weight. I go, oh, you look well too. I can't just receive a compliment because I feel like it's a bit big-headed. I'm like, but then I have started to say, oh, thanks. But I say it now, oh, thanks. Because you're like, oh, yeah. You're like silly. Instead of going, yeah, thank you. But then I think that person will be like, well, you're not going to give me a compliment. But because we've been conditioned to do this, can you receive support? Are you one of these people that, if you need any help, you need someone to talk to, doors open? I said to so many people that, even though the people that I don't coach, you know where I am, even parents at school message me. And they go, yeah, thanks, thumbs up. But they don't, because sometimes you're just used to doing it alone. Can you receive help? Help with your children, help with different things. I listen to so many podcasts, and I have so many friends that have got partners. And I say, well, why don't you just ask them to help? They're like, well, I didn't like, because I'm just used to doing it. And I've stepped back so much since my husband's been on these shifts, and he will go back on them in like 2 months. But I've let him do a lot more, and it's worked out for the better. Can you receive money without immediately feeling guilty? This is a biggie. Can you receive success without downplaying it? I know a few of you on here that will be like to sponge it down a little bit, because we don't want to come across big-headed and cocky, because if we're cocky and we lose weight, then people like, look at it, like, because that's what people do. Like, when you lose weight, people are funny with you and, oh, this and that, and this is just natural. It's just natural human behaviour, because sometimes we're asking for abundance while simultaneously feeling uncomfortable when it arrives. We all know that feeling. We want it. When it comes, we're like, ick, don't like it, because we're not used to it. So I want to do a money mirror exercise. I want you to imagine standing in front of a mirror. We don't need to imagine, we can do this. But instead of seeing yourself, you see your relationship with money. And I want you to ask yourself what emotions come up. And you can write these down afterwards. Fear, stress, excitement, freedom, pressure, worry. What would money say about the way you treat it? Would it say, you only notice me when you're scared? You spend me because you're worried there won't be enough. You push me away because you're afraid of judgment. Or would it say, you trust me, you respect me, you know there is always more available. And this is what we forget in manifestation. There are no right or wrong answers, just awareness. We need to rewrite the story. The beautiful thing is that stories can change. You don't have to stay attached to old beliefs. And when I stopped attaching myself to old beliefs, I started earning more. And you don't have to carry somebody else's financial fears. And we've all been in relationships where another person might be draining and dragging on you. I hear this all the time. I hear it on podcasts. I see it in like social media, like Facebook groups, because you're not meeting at that energy. Somebody can be like draining money, really bad with debt and gambling, but you're completely different. And you end up being stuck at their vibrational frequency. And you don't have to repeat generations of scarcity thinking. You get to decide, what do I want my relationship with money to look like? And maybe it's like calm, safe, abundant, responsible, generous, confident. That is all me. I love to spend money on people. I love to treat people. Because I feel like when we do, not doing it for that, but it makes me feel good. And I feel like it keeps that abundance flowing nice. But I always like to treat like people. And we all say, don't we, if we ever won the lottery, that we would treat people. And I would seriously help people out. I would probably be like a secret millionaire and help people out, especially like charities and things like that. Because I've probably lived a life where I've seen people earning less and not had things that I've wanted maybe, and and I know what money can do for people, even just helping them out a little bit, even if it's buying someone shopping, that could make a whole difference to somebody because people are off sick, you don't know what people are going through. This podcast is sponsored by the My Nora app. If you or someone you love is experiencing coercive control, you need to know about the My Nora app. Created by Emma Davey, a survivor and advocate. This powerful app helps you safely collect evidence, protect your well-being, and take back control, discreetly and securely. Download the My Nora app today and start reclaiming your power. Just search My Nora in your app store now. And what I'm learning right now is I've been thinking about money quite differently. And not from a place from chasing it, but from a place of holding it, managing it, respecting it, growing it. Because making money is one skill. Keeping money is another. And feeling safe with money is another skill entirely. The goal isn't just earning more. The goal is becoming the version of you that feels comfortable managing abundance. I'm going to set you a challenge this week. I want you to spend 5 minutes journaling on this question. What did I learn about money growing up? And do I still believe it today? And you might be surprised what comes up. Because awareness is often where transformation starts. Remember, money isn't a measure of your worth. It doesn't make you more valuable or less valuable, because your relationship with money can reveal the stories you're carrying. And once you see those stories, you get to choose whether they still belong to you. We cut that cord. But we've just got to start believing on how we can start moving forwards, how we can dream bigger, how that can feel comfortable. I knew a girl once, I still know the girl, and she said, I'm scared of being big. I know one day I'm going to be big. And I followed this girl online. And the last 5 years since she more or less said this, I've not seen her do anything in a business. And she had all these dreams. And I feel like she's been stuck in a happy place, like she's scared. Like because she feels like people would, like, I feel like I was going to message her about it saying, do you remember when I said this? And you said you was going to, you know that you could be more, but you're scared of more. But I don't know why. What's stopping her? She feels like she's going to have a lot of money one day. But I've been monitoring her for the last couple of years. She doesn't know. And I've been watching everything she's been doing, and she's been going offline. She's not seen her for ages, and she keeps popping up. But nothing seems to have changed, like within the household. And because like we always see people when we earn more money, like we do more luxurious things, we go and buy new cars, we go on nice holidays. That is about personal growth. That's what happens. Like, but something's blocking her. I don't know what it is. And I always remember when she said that to me. And I'm like, and you know what? That pushed me to think, I'm just going to carry on doing what I'm doing. I'm going to keep growing. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. And so many people say to me, wow, Lynn's like, I thought you only did hairdressing. And then like, and now you're doing all this stuff and like you look really professional and like all your bits that you're doing. And then it starts to make me wobble and think, what if people think that I'm not me anymore? That little person that grew up on that council estate, that person that isn't like one of the others. But I don't want people to think that of me. I want me to think I'm still that person. I'm still that Lindsay, that old girl. But I have changed. And if I'd have kept that girl, I wouldn't have moved. I wouldn't have bought my house. I wouldn't have bought my car. Like, I was always buying like low level stuff, like cheap cars. Like, I was even like, I bought like my tyres for this is just like an example. We used to get like second-hand tyres, or you get a tyre for 25 quid. I kid you not, 4 new tyres was like 650 quid on my car. And then I got like a discount or something, like 15%. I was thinking to myself, years ago, I couldn't afford that. Well, that would have been like a massive budget to blow. So when you think about things like that, like you would go in a shop and not think about shopping, and you go in a shop and think, I'm just going to buy that, I need that. But we've built ourselves up, and we don't have to be flash and really rich. You've built up something. When we start like opening the world, we see that vibrational energy change. Like we're manifesting, like we're ready to receive. And I do all this in my manifestation, but like I'm ready to receive more. Like I use different affirmations, like bring money in a different way. And it could be like swapping services, or things can like come forward to you and you can be offered like opportunities. But if we still got that scarcity and think, if I don't get these like business like deals like booked in, this is just like examples, or if I don't get those clients in, or if I don't sell that this month, then we all do it. Even I still do, if I don't do this, I'm not going to pay this. And because it's money, like money, we all know through like lockdown, money can dry up, we can drop our businesses. But if we keep it, I feel like it's like a cog. If we keep it good, and do you know what I feel like when with money and stuff, when it comes in a bit, I feel like we've like a pedal, we've like gone on these cogs, and we've sped them up a bit quicker, and we've like injected a bit of cash, because we all get those cash injections, don't we? We've earned quite a bit this month. What we're going to do with that? But there's no way I would go and spend all that money, because I'm quite a cautious person. Like, because I'm self-employed, I need backup. I need to do this. I need to do that. I would rather like spend it on like my mum or something, or buy my son something, or buy my husband something than me, because I want to see them happy. I want to see them like, I'd rather treat people, because other people's happiness, it's my happiness, means so much to me, but other people's happiness, I love to see people smile and be happy, and because I think people deserve it. I love watching these people that go around and give people money and like help them out, and people always say, it's a bit vain, why do you have to video them? But I feel like sometimes it's because we're spreading a bit of joy in the world, and just to remind everybody, we can be kind, we can do things for people. So I think this just comes down to being self-aware, doesn't it? Like what we can do to be better people, how we can keep that flow going. Another thing as well that I noticed, so there's a girl, like, obviously I'm not going to mention her name, it's just someone I've known for years. I don't particularly like converse with her. Every single month, I see the same messages on Facebook. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of being scared. Really, you know, those like things, like you know, when you see people, it's like when they split up with people. I hate them. It's just me and my kids. You know, like we send them names, and then we see them back together. I mean that type of analogy, that we see that with money. And the same person, I kid you not, she has so many different jobs. She lives by default, not design. She's near enough as old as me. She could be going to college, doing what she wants. And I remember years ago, she wasn't like that. So I don't know what's changed in her life. I know things change, but I feel like sometimes she doesn't help herself. Only thing that I noticed within her life is she drinks a lot, And I feel like that brings your vibrational energy down. There's a lot of negativity. She gets embroiled in a lot of drama. So you see like comments online. And I don't try and look at it because I feel like it brings my frequency down. But I feel like if she started, I feel to message her sometimes. I think I've once mentioned it on the podcast. I feel to say to her, please stop using language, I'm skint, I've no money. Use phrases like, I'm lacking money this month, so I'm ready to receive. I kid you not, when you start changing your language with money, it changes. If you keep saying I'm skint, she's always going to be on the breadline. She's always only like, I've 4 days, I've only got 20p in my bank. I would never ever put that online because I feel like I would be embarrassed for one. And I also feel like it's sending a huge message out to the universe that you're happy in that place or you're not really grateful. Instead of saying, you know what, it's a good day. As long as I've got money and I've got my food and my bills are paid. Yes, I might be a bit short this month. I've had lots to pay out. I might have school uniform and things to pay, like my car insurance. But I kid you not, I'd love to work with this girl, but I just don't feel like she would be in a place of receiving the self-development. And that's why I love doing manifestation work and working one-to-one with people because I feel like I tap into your brain. I feel like a little hammer and I smash it and I feel like I get inside it and wiggle around it and people go, wow, I've never thought of it like that. And wow, you've made me really think about, because I do get feedback and people listen to podcasts and they'll say, you've really made me think, you really made me just open the possibilities. I come from so much like a humble life and like, you know, it was just me and my mum growing up and my mum always says, and she'll be listening to this, like, I feel like you didn't get all the things that I would want you to get. And she always treats me now all the time. Like, Mum, you don't need to treat me. She's like, but I want to give you things. I went, well, you give me everything. She went, but did I? And I went, you give me everything. Like, you give me the love and the support and everything I needed. And like, I didn't know what was what. As long as I had food every night, she may have me tea ready. She'd treat me when she can. Them things for me. Like my son, he doesn't know things. Children need time, don't they? And we don't have to be spending a lot of money on things. We can create our fun times. We can create our cinema nights and our den nights and we can do pizza nights. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I just thought I'd just chuck a little bit of money in there because I feel like we're halfway through the year coming up now. We're in June. And we started thinking about Christmas. This is another thing for me. I always start planning for Christmas. Christmas happens the same time every year. Whether we start buying bits of presents now. So I have like a little pot that I put away. And just setting up different things, systems for you. Think like, what didn't work last year? What can I improve? And get one step ahead because we waste so much money. Other things that we could be making it accountable for other things to sort of, you know, moving our energy that way. So anyway, if you are thinking of getting more into manifesting, you're new to the podcast, you can get my book Manifesting Through Motherhood on Amazon. It is available on Kindle. And yeah, it's there to help you learn and grow. And the podcast is free for you to listen to. Lots of like old like episodes like that I've got from like when I first started teaching the law of attraction. And the way this is the strategic way that I learn. It's working for me. I want it to support you. If I can help you in any way just by listening to the podcast, then I'm just glad that it does that. So anyway, I'm going to go now. Happy manifesting. Don't forget to reach out to me. Follow me on the socials. Share the podcast. I would love a review. That would be great. And yeah, I will speak to you all soon. And I will speak to you in the week. Bye for now. If you're feeling called to go deeper, to align more, create more, and really step into that next version of you, you'll find everything you need in my link tree. From my book, Manifesting Through Motherhood, to powerful resources and ways we can work together. It's all there waiting for you. Come and find me on Instagram or Facebook. I love hearing what landed with you. Don't forget to follow the podcast, and if this episode spoke to you, please share it with someone who is on their own journey too. And happy manifesting.